Hey guys, it's Eric and I'm back here today for part 2 of my public land ethics series. If you haven't watched it, go back and check out part 1 video on parking lot ethics. But today is part 2. In part 2, we're talking about ethics in the woods or field. And what I'm going to go over is tree stands, trail cameras, and how close you should hunt to other hunters. Yes, if technically, legally, if someone has a tree stand in public land that's unoccupied, you legally have every right to hunt. You do. For me personally, I don't do that. Not only because of the safety issue, but what happens if that person walks in and you're going to be confronted with awkward conversation? What happens if you fall out of that stand? What happens if that stand breaks on you? Maybe you're not at fault because it wasn't your stand, but you were the one who made that decision to get in there. To me, it's not worth the risk. And with preset stands, yes, that certainly doesn't mean the person owns the area. Like if I'm scouting and I see a preset stand and it looks like it's been there a while, but I find something hot, I'll set up there if I beat the other person in. No problem. But most of the time for me, I'm not going to try to compete against somebody else within close quarters. I'm going to set up mobily somewhere else, not get involved with their, because here's the thing, you don't know how much they're pressuring the area. You don't know how much they're blowing deer out, how much they're aware of their set control or their set wind direction, all that stuff. So to me, it doesn't benefit you that much to just get up on somebody else's stand. Now, trail cameras. For me, I use a lot of trail cameras on public land. I have over 20 cell cameras out. Probably going to have close to 10 regular cameras out before the year's over. With that being said, I lock all mine just because you can't trust people, and I've had more cameras stolen, unlocked than locked. I've only ever had one lock cam stolen. That was actually on private land, oddly enough. But what I found is the locks do keep people from messing with your cameras less. It's not right there to take it. Most people don't come back with bolt cutters. But on the other hand, even if someone has a camera there, you've hunted for a while, don't touch it. It's public land. It's yours. It's mine. It's everyone's. I don't own it. You don't own it. Nobody owns it. So don't touch other people's cameras. And I know it's legal. I understand that. But to me, it's just highly unethical to pull somebody else's SD card and check pictures. I mean, if you know what's there, you put a camera up. You put a camera up to find out what's there. You scout and do the sign. Don't piggyback off of somebody's work hanging that camera in that area. I mean, to me, that's just sketchy and scummy, to be honest. Now, we'll talk about how close do you set up to other hunters. If I can see you, I'm not setting up within range of you. At a minimum, and I mean minimum, like in thick cover, 200 yards. Ideally, a lot more, because I don't want to be hunting the same deer somebody else. Now, if I'm hunting with somebody and maybe I'm covering this trail, they're covering that trail, we're hunting together. That's one thing, but to be with a stranger where they can mess me up or I can mess them up, it's not worth it. If you're walking and you see somebody whistles or waves to you, turn around and go the other way. Don't mess that guy up who got in there before you did. I've been on both ends of that stick. I either turn around or people have turned around for me. So, you give respect normally, you get less somebody's, not the best person. So, don't mess with other people's stands. Don't hunt on other people's stands. Don't mess with other people's cameras. I recommend locking your own because there are some bad people out there. And don't hunt super close to other people. So that's what I recommend for in the woods ethics on public land. Drop a comment below. Tell me what you think. Do you run into any situations on public land? Have you dealt with any of these problems? But thanks for watching the video. And please like and subscribe if you haven't already.